Yo, how's everybody doing tonight, man? Holy free holies, these damn games. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull out my fucking my stats here. Can't believe these fucking games, man. Holy free holies, man. I gotta fucking charge this fucking phone. Hold on. If you can't believe all these damn stats, man. Holy cow, man. The fucking that damn Campbell guy really fucked it up, man. You talk about a pendejo move. Damn Campbell fucked it up for Detroit, man. You're up 24-7. How many times did they go? How many times did they go for fucking fourth down? Pendejo face kicked the field goal. This is the shit I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. About some teams needing to fucking move on from their head coaches, having the balls, maybe trade them for a fucking draft pick, and keep your fucking offensive coordinator. There's another situation like Buffalo where they should have kept Brian Dable and probably traded away Sean McDermott. Same thing with Philadelphia, trade away Nick Sirianni for fucking and kept Shane Steichen, promote him to coach. And I can see this miles away, man. Damn Campbell is a pendejo. Detroit's gonna be in the shithole if offensive coordinator Ben Johnson leaves. This is terrible, ladies and gentlemen. This is flat out terrible. This game, man, the momentum changed, man, for fucking him not he wouldn't kick field goals, man. He kept going for it on fucking fourth down. They were up 24-10, and he fucking kept going for it, man. Pendejo face by Dan Campbell, man. I don't think they scored a single point in the. They scored I think they scored 31 points, I believe. No, excuse me. They scored 24 points in the first half, only 7 in the second half. Only 7 in the second half. Just terrible, man. Pendejo face. They went into halftime winning 24-7, man. This idiot this might be the first time we see the fucking move. Somebody put their balls on and get rid of the fucking head coach. He's an idiot. I think Ben Johnson, if he leaves this franchise, I think they're gonna be in the shithole, man. Who the hell's gonna be your offensive coordinator now? Dan Campbell's an idiot. What a pendejo, man. Fucking pendejo move by Dan. I feel sorry for Jared Goff. I just felt sorry for the whole team, man. You could tell once they started catching up, especially once they cut the lead to 24-17, man. You could tell, man, they started dropping passes. All of a sudden, they couldn't catch anything. This was terrible, man. Fucking, especially Amen St. Brown and fucking Jamison Williams, Josh Reynolds. They couldn't catch anything once because they were feeling the fucking pressure. What an idiot is this Campbell guy, man. What a fucking idiot, man. Pendejo face for damn Campbell, man. I just can't believe it, man. Jared Goff played so good too, man. Completed 25 of 41 passes, 273 yards, 1 touchdown. Fucking Montgomery were 93 yards. Fucking Gibbs 45 yards. Fucking, this is just terrible, man. Sam Laporta 9 catches, 97 yards. St. Brown Pierre, what the fuck his name is, 7 catches, 87 yards. Jamison Williams, 2 touchdowns. No, excuse me, 2 catches for a touchdown. I just cannot believe how idiot this guy was, man. What a fucking idiot, man. Brock Purdy, who his confidence started going up once they started getting back in the game. His confidence went up back. Brock Purdy was playing like fucking shit, man. And his confidence started going up. He finished 20-for-31, 267 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. McCaffrey ran 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brock Purdy actually ran for 47 yards. Damn, I didn't even realize. His confidence he was a different quarterback, man. In that second half compared to that first half, man, was Brock Purdy, man. Deebo Samuel, 8 catches, 89 yards. Brendan Ayuk, 3 catches, 67 yards, 1 touchdown. What about that fucking catch by Brendan Ayuk? That was also a fucking momentum switcher, man. That's like a fucking David Tyrese in the Super Bowl 42 Giants-Patriots. What a fucking lucky-ass catch right there by Brendan Ayuk, man. Jesus Christ, man. I can't fucking believe it. But, man, I'm telling you, man, somebody eventually has to do this. They have to realize they got to get rid of Dan Campbell, man. Like, the guy's an idiot. Trade him to the fucking, I don't know where you trade him. I don't know what the fuck you do with this guy. Fire him if you have to. He's an idiot. If Ben Johnson leaves, this team is fucked, man. Just like the Bills are fucked ever since Brian Dable left. Just like the Eagles are fucked ever since Shane Steichen left, man. Jesus Christ, man. Pendejo face, man. What a pendejo. I just cannot believe it, man. Jesus Christ, man. Let me read some of these comments, man. They are up 14. It was just terrible, Mick. Just flat out terrible, man. Purdy, lucky man. Lions dropped 2 interceptions, including that one let. He throws the ball so bad, I don't even think the defenders expect it. Because same thing was happening in the Packers game. He just throws the fucking football so wild. It's like a pitcher in baseball. They throw so wild, they can't even fucking hit it, right? Like Brock Purdy, man, he got so lucky, man. Including that one led to that 50-yard catch that led, yeah. I'm not saying even fucking fire him, but you got to keep Ben Johnson, man. Ben Johnson, you got to keep Ben Johnson, and if you have to remove Dan Campbell, get rid of his ass. I think the Eagles should have fucking fired Nick Sirianni and promoted Shane Steichen. I think the fucking Bills should have fired Sean McDermott and these offensive coordinators are fucking smarter than the fucking coaches, it seems like. Trust me, Chiefs defender. Yeah, that's what I told my father. The Chiefs are not going to let this happen. Yeah, they're not going to allow this shit. Exactly, Mick. Chiefs aren't. Steve Spagnuolo and them boys are not going to let this happen. That's what I told my father. But it's like at some point, like some of these head coaches are not even that smart. It's the fucking OCs. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. You can see this from a mile away, man. Once Dan Campbell leaves, they're going to have the same problem Buffalo had once Brian Dable left, and same thing Philadelphia had this year once Shane Steichen left, man. Jesus Christ, man. Just flat out terrible, man. Just terrible, 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 man. I really wonder, like, Ben Johnson was thinking that. He was like, oh my God, this guy's fucking everything up. But he can't do anything. He's not the head coach. The head coach has the final say. It's Super Bowl or bust. Dan Campbell next year, he blew this. Do you think they get back with Ben Johnson? Without Ben Johnson as the play caller? I don't know, man. And Mick, I hate to be super negative, but I think they might take a huge step back next year. And you know, Jordan Love's going to get even better. There's a 50% chance, if not higher, that the Bears get Caleb Williams. This was maybe their only chance, honestly. Especially if they lose Ben Johnson and they can't find a way to replace him. Pendejo face, man. Just a complete pendejo face by the fucking Detroit Lions, man. Pendejo face, man. I think Dan Campbell, I mean, I don't know. He's good at motivating, but when it comes to like handling situation football, I don't know if I want him to be the man going forward, man. Like, thank you, Dan Campbell, for like getting the team to where it is, but you might have to go a different direction, man, going forward. If Lions won today, I don't think they would have beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Yeah, that is true, but at least you give yourself a chance, man. At least you give yourself a chance. But 24/7 and you fucking let it go, like seriously, man. What a choke job. And it wasn't the player, like the player started choking because the coach put him in a bad position, but she's got tight. Right? Like the players like Jameson Williams, Amon St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Josh Reynolds, they were like, this was like in the fucking first half, these guys were boom, like playing out of their minds. Josh Reynolds with that reversal jet sweep touchdown. Like everything was going so fine. The defense was playing so good. And then Dan Campbell for not kicking field goals. He put them in a bad situation, and their butts got tight, and they fucking started playing like shit. They felt like they had to bail their coach out of pendejo situations, and they started tying up. Exactly, Daniel. They blew it. The coach blew it. Fucking coach is an idiot. And like I said, there's reports they're going to lose Ben Johnson to the fucking Commanders. I don't know who the hell fuck's going to be your play caller next year. Dan Campbell, you're fucked if he's the play caller next year. What's up, Juno? Welcome to the show. If Dan Campbell is the play caller, they're going to fucking fall flat on their face just like the Eagles did with Sirianni. I thought 49ers were done. I did too, Giovanni, and I think they were. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, Brock Purdy, like, he is like a confidence guy. Like, if it's going good, he plays good. If it's going bad, he plays bad. Like, man, I know you're Hey, Juno, we got bigger fish to fry, man. Don't be on pendejo face right now, buddy. We got bigger fish to fry. Did you realize what the fuck just happened? Dan Campbell just fucking screwed the Detroit Lions out of possibly the only chance of the fucking Super Bowl, man. Get your fucking hand out of your ass, Juno. Come on, man. I can't believe this fucking shit happened tonight, man. They got Dan Campbell is an idiot. What a pendejo, man. I cannot believe this shit happened tonight, man. I don't know whether to shit or when I watch tonight. Can't believe it, man. It's terrible. In a first round pick in Jared Goff lost to a fucking last pick. That's another thing people they don't realize, man. Poor Jared Goff, man. Lost to the last pick in the draft. What's up, Salai? I don't know. Fucking welcome to the show. Yeah, Juno, I'm so apologize, buddy, but I got bigger fish to fry tonight. They talk about a garden or what the fuck you want to talk about. I just cannot believe Dan Campbell, man. And he did it multiple times later on again. I think it was like, wasn't it like, it was like in the fourth quarter, I believe. It was like fucking 34-27 or something. And again, he went for it. He did it like 3 times, I think. He just kept... I don't know what the fuck, man. This was terrible. I never seen something like this in my life. I think it ended up being the largest comeback in NFC Championship history. And it happened like in a matter of 7 minutes. In game time. 7 minutes game time. Like at fucking... With 11 minutes left in the third quarter, it was still 24-7. With like fucking 3 minutes, 4 minutes, it was fucking 24-24. The lead literally evaporated in 7 minutes of game time. Like, terrible, man. Just fucking flat out terrible tonight. Just fucking flat out terrible. Like, I don't know what the future... Let me fucking stand up. I can't even sit down right now. Dan Campbell, man. Jesus Christ, man. Like, I don't... They better pray they have a good chance of replacing Ben Johnson, man. But history says... You lose your young offensive coordinator and you're fucked. Look at the Bills. Look at the Eagles. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say tonight, man. I feel so sorry for the Detroit Lions fans, man. They had it, man. They had it. They fucking had it, man. Why would you want to be aggressive? You're like, you were up 24-7. Why do you need to be aggressive? Like, even Andy Reid low-key fucked up too, right? I think they should have won a little bit more comfortable. I think the final score ended up being 17-10. They also went for it on 4th down. They should take the points, man. And leave, unless it's like a tie game or you're losing in the 4th quarter, take the fucking points. I don't get why just... If it's like anything like 3rd quarter or earlier, just fucking take the points. I don't get why these teams don't want to kick field goals. Well, they did take a while to settle in though, Mick. I think they gave up 14 out of the 17 in that first quarter. It took, I don't know, Travis Kelce kind of went ham on them a little bit in that first quarter. But then they finally settle in. But that St. Flowers guy, oh, what an idiot. Fucking St. Flowers. And then Lamar Jackson, that terrible interception at the end there. But yeah, man, Zay Flowers, yeah. He did, man. That was terrible. That fucking fumble was horrendous by Zay Flowers, man. Just fucking flat out blew it. But that's a game where you just, it could have been a different story if, say, Flowers doesn't fumble and they score the touchdown. But it's more like, okay, tip your cap off to the fucking Chiefs and move on. But this one, they wrapped it up and gifted it to the fucking 49ers, man. It was such a shame. And I don't know, man. They're going to bring back the same team, but I don't know. Without Ben Johnson, if this offense is going to be as good. Because we've seen this story before with the Eagles and the Bills. They lose their offensive coordinators, and it's not the same thing. They're both of the fucking Bills and Eagles are already on their second coordinators. Ken Dorsey, Joe Brady for Bills, um, Brian Johnson, Brian Johnson, and now Kellen Moore for Philadelphia. Already one fucking year in, and Philadelphia is already on a second coordinator. So that's something that fucking Detroit could be looking at once Ben Johnson walks away. Like this was the chance, man. I don't know if unless Ben Johnson stays, I don't know if this offense is going to be as good next year. Yeah, it was a bad hire. It was a really bad hire. Justin Herbert, worst season was this past year with Kellen Moore. And this is going to be Kellen Moore. I mean, there's a good chance that both of them end up getting fired in 2025. Both Nick Sirianni and Kellen Moore. Nick Sirianni and Kellen Moore. But I don't think nobody wanted to take that job, Mick, because they knew that there was a good chance that Nick Sirianni was going to get fired. So I think a lot of like Cliff Kingsbury was like, I'd rather take the Raiders job. There's not a lot of pressure. Where in Philadelphia, Sirianni might get fired very soon. So I think offensive coordinators rather stay away from that job. Mofo, I'm so sorry, buddy. You're eating frijoles, buddy. I'm so sorry, buddy. Yeah, man, the fucking color, man. They told you to stick it up where the sun don't shine with the logo. For a while there, it looks like they were booking a fucking Taylor Swift Eminem concert or some shit until Dan Campbell decided to go off. I don't understand why Ravens, after a big gain, is waiting to do. Yeah, the Ravens, I don't know what happened tonight, man. I just don't. They were so bad. Giovanni, if they fall down like 10-0, I think it might be over for them. Brock Purdy plays terrible when losing. The reason he came back today was because Dan Campbell gave him the momentum. That was the only reason. Yeah, he did a mofo. I never seen that shit in my life. You're up 24, what was it, 24-7, and you don't kick field goals? What the fuck's your problem? Exactly. I don't understand lately why these coaches don't want to kick field goals. Andy Reid low-key did it too. They could have won a little bit more comfortable 20-10. There was, I don't know when exactly, but he went for it on fourth down and he missed it. The Packers did it last week. I don't know what's going on, but now these coaches all of a sudden don't want to kick field goals anymore. Exactly. What was the score? 24-10, whatever it was? Yeah, 24-10. I don't get it, man. LaFleur did it last week too, right? I think he went for on fourth down once. Andy Reid did it. It must be the stupid analytics or something, because lately you're seeing this a lot. Coaches are not wanting to kick field goals. Lots of drop passes. I think that was because they were feeling the pressure that they were coming back on them. They got nervous. The Chiefs, yeah, they're for sure going to be ready, man. Super Bowl 54 rematch coming up. Super Bowl 54 rematch. It might work in regular season, but in the NFC. Yeah, no. That's a thing that I'm really not liking. The fucking coach is not kicking field goals anymore. I don't know what it's like in basketball now, where why not get a 3? Like, get a 3, why get a 2? Nobody wants to shoot a mid-range shot anymore. Same thing here. Well, let's just go for it and get against 7. Yeah, but if you don't get it, you don't get nothing, you idiot. I don't like this philosophy coaches are doing of not kicking field goals, especially when you're up by 10 points or more. Like, literally, the idea is to waste clock and pile up the lead. Go from winning by 10 to winning by 13. Go from winning by 13. You know what I mean? I don't understand what these coaches are. What the philosophy has been all of a sudden on not wanting to kick field goals, especially when you're leading by 10 points or more. I'm hearing Raiders Oh, really? Wait, the son or the dad? I think the son's also a coach now, right? Yeah. Are you guys not getting Cliff Kingsbury either? Cliff Kingsbury looked like he was like a hot name, and now all of a sudden nobody might end up hiring him. I don't know about him. Or maybe is he trying to like? I think he's an assistant with Lincoln Riley in USC. Maybe he's trying to. Maybe he's hoping Lincoln Riley eventually goes back to or goes to the NFL, and that's why he's trying to stay in the NFL. Because I thought Lincoln Riley was for sure gonna go somewhere. If not the Eagles, the Raiders. Kim Kubiak. Oh, Clint. Yeah, that's the son. The son. It's like playing Madden. You want to go for it on. Exactly. That's a fucking video game. This is real life. But I think Ben Johnson, man. I think he fucking I think he would have done something different. Damn, Campbell fucked it up. I don't know, man. If he takes that Washington job, I don't know how this offense is gonna look like next year. But whatever, we'll see what happens. We'll see what the hell happens. It's my opinion. If I were Goff, I'm telling Dan. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much he listens though. So I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if players Ben Johnson told him and he just didn't listen. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if you tell him though. He listens. He might be too stubborn to do it. Damn, Campbell has some big balls. Exactly. Way too brave, I guess, tonight. He gambled way too much. I think he did it a total of 3 times. Yeah, 2 or 3 times he did it. Yeah, it was just bad, man. Like, Dan Campbell, like, I don't know, man. Like, some of these coaches, I think Sean McDermott, I put him here too, they're good for the rebuild. But once it's time for playoffs, for example, Tom Thibodeau, Stan Van Gundy, I think they're good for rebuilds. But once it's time to contend for championships, you got to get a better coach. I think that's where I put guys like Dan Campbell and Sean McDermott. I think they're good for a rebuild, for motivation, and building up the discipline and stuff. But I think once you're competing for championships, I think it's time to move on. 2020 rematch, it's coming. I think the Chiefs. Yeah, I think the Chiefs, man. Exactly. The final score was 34-24, I believe. Yeah. And then I think it was just bad, man. Just fucking bad. But they're obviously gonna keep him. And Ben Johnson most likely gonna leave for Washington. I doubt they get back, honestly. I hate to be negative, but I don't think they're going to get back next year. This was honestly their one chance. Washington is building. Yeah. Well, now they got a smart owner now, Josh Harris. Look at what he's doing with the Sixers. I have Packers. Yeah, they're going to get a lot better next year with Jordan Love. Jordan Love might end up being the best quarterback in the NFC by the end of next year, honestly. Especially with Prescott and Jalen Hurts taking step backs. It's pretty much Jordan Love and Matthew Stafford, honestly. Yeah, this might have been their only chance to do it. For fucking Detroit. I don't know, man. They fucked it up. Giovanni, they they almost beat the 49ers. What are you talking about? The only reason they got to a slow start was because Jordan Love was trying to figure things out. But once things clicked, look how good they were. Do you think Belichick, the what? The Jocks? Oh, the Fox. He might for a year. Maybe he'll do what Sean Payton did. He might. But I mean, I think he's going to wait to see if either the Bills or the Eagles job opens up next year. I don't think he's going to the Cowboys because of Jerry Jones. It would probably either the Bills or the Eagles. The Vikings there's a good chance they're not going to have Kirk Cousins next year. Yeah, and they have a new coach. They fired that one coach they had. They're gonna get a new one for their defense. Imagine if they get Mike Vrabel to be their defensive coordinator. Who's gonna be the quarterback? Giovanni. They're saying that Kirk Cousins might leave. They're saying maybe to Atlanta. There's talks that Atlanta might get Kirk Cousins. He's a free agent, and there's a lot of people that believe they don't want to re-sign him anymore. Yeah. The Vikings might actually have to tank next year so they can get a good quarterback in 2025. Hey, man, congratulations. You capitalized on Detroit's mistakes. Congratulations, 49er faithful. Yeah, man, they might tank for 2025, honestly. Assuming they do lose Kirk Cousins. They might fucking tank. Especially if Caleb Williams ends up in Chicago. They're gonna fucking tank, man. They're fucking gonna tank for 2025's draft. They're gonna try to maybe tank for Shedeur Sanders. Goes to the Raiders. I heard Wilson, dude. They were talking about Wilson. It's a rumor, though. It's a rumor. But that name came up for the fucking Raiders. Russell Wilson. I don't think so, though. But I did hear it. I heard Falcons and Raiders for Russell Wilson. But it's just a rumor. Yeah. Oh, she wants to live in Las Vegas. Yeah. Can we get it? Yeah. Pendejo face. Dan Campbell was horrendous tonight, man. Super pendejo face for Dan Campbell, man. Super pendejo face, man. I can't believe that shit, man. What a fucking pendejo, man. Just flat out pendejo. Yeah, he says he just said he thinks either Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. Yeah. Fields can still, like, I keep saying Fields might be even more talented than Jalen Hurts. I think he's got to be put in a better position. Yeah, man, London, you were right. Fucking now Zay Flowers fucked it up with the fumble. But yeah, man, that fucking defense, only 7 points. Mahomes did his thing with Travis Kelce. Fields with the Raiders. Yeah. We would just have to use the offensive coordinator. Yeah, fucking interception. Lamar Jackson, man. He's lucky that Dan Campbell fucked up the way he did. So he's not going to get as fucking criticized as much. But he's still going to get criticized. Those are going to be the huge people that are going to be getting killed tomorrow by the fucking reporters and shit. Lamar Jackson and Dan Campbell. Yeah, they were calling him James Harden of the NFL on Twitter. Running quarterbacks, they just don't have good luck, man. Outside of Russell Wilson, I never seen a fucking running quarterback win a Super Bowl outside of Russell Wilson. And then you saw what happened to Russell Wilson the next time. That terrible interception.
Raiders have Aiden O'Connell. They'll be straight. They don't need Fields is probably better.
Yeah, man. The momentum started changing once they couldn't convert on fourth down. Yeah, Aiden O'Connell, man. Yeah, he's...
Lions fans got the chalk, yeah.
Pendejo face. And I was saying, London, if they lose Ben Johnson, it's not going to be good for them. You saw what happened when the Bills lost Brian Dable and when the Eagles lost Shane Steichen. It's one thing to keep the system, but the play caller, man. I don't know about the Lions next year without Ben Johnson. I don't know, man. Plus, the Packers are going to get better. Possibly the Bears, if they do get Caleb Williams. This might have been the only one chance for Detroit to try to win a Super Bowl. That would be nice. Justin Fields and Devontae Adams. That would be nice. That would be really nice.
The fumble, the two field, yeah.
Well, they went for it, London. They just fucking went for it.
Pendejo face.
Yeah, and I'll just drop passes and that fumble by Gibbs, I think was because they got tight. They got stressed because the coach put them in a bad situation.
When it was 27...
Kick the field goal, man, and tie it 2027. They should have just tied it 2020 and 27, man. I think mentally the team would have felt better. Oh, okay, it's tied again. It's tied.
Imagine Chris Jones signs with Raiders and last game with the Chiefs. W's.
I don't either, London. And look, Andy Reid did it, right? They could have won 20 to 10. At one point, he went for it. Last week, Matt LaFleur at one point went for on fourth down. I don't know why all of a sudden coaches don't want to kick field goals. I don't get it, London.
Exactly, London.
And the players feel better. Okay, they came back, the 17-point lead got evaporated, but now we tied it again, 27-27. The players would have probably mentally felt a little bit better that it was tight again.
Pendejo face.
But that is a trend I see this season. Coaches not wanting to kick field goals. That's terrible, man. It's like the whole basketball thing. Don't take a mid-range. Just take a few steps back and take a three. Why get two when you can get three? That's what the philosophy needs to be. Why get three when you can get seven? But if you don't get the fucking first down, you get nothing. Yeah, man. I'm surprised nobody more teams don't draft kickers. A lot of the kickers are undrafted or like in the middle.
Bears are keeping Field. He's, I don't know, Giovanni. That 4th and 2 in the third quarter drop was huge. Yeah.
Just bad, man. Just fucking bad, man. Me too, man. I would have taken the field goal too. That's what I'm saying. Next year, if Ben Johnson is gone, Dan Campbell's going to be calling plays. Imagine next year. It's going to be a shit show.
He called a game he did, like a video game. Yeah, you can't skip on Caleb because Bears.
No, and if you skip on, do you know what's going to happen? The general manager is going to get fired if Caleb ends up being a star. He's going to look like an idiot. Where if you get him and then he's a bust, that's not the general manager's fault. Hey, I tried. This guy just sucks. But if you don't get him and then he becomes a star, that's automatic fire for the general manager.
If they have those 2 field goals, well, I mean,
They could have still possibly maybe lost maybe 34-33, but you just tip your hat to San Francisco. But probably not, because it's a momentum switch. It's a mindset. The confidence goes up. Your self-esteem goes up. So they probably would have won London, but look, like Brock Purdy, he's all about the confidence. If it's going bad, he plays like shit. If it's good, look, he almost looked like Michael Vick in that second half. I think he ran for like fucking almost 50 yards. Fucking Brock Purdy, where he looked like a fucking deer in headlights in that first half.
when they didn't get that 4th down, yeah.
Yeah, pendejo face. Didn't he? Hold on. Oh no, that was the Tampa, right? The Tampa Bay was the one that tried to go for 2. Yeah, that wasn't Dan Campbell. That was
Top Bowls with Tampa. Field can be a star too if he had the right pieces.
Yeah, but this guy, man, he's getting too much like attention and shit. And if you skip him and he turns out to be good and feels it's just average, the general manager's gonna look like an idiot. Like, you guys already fucked up in 2017 by not taking Mahomes. And where the hell's that general manager? Fired. I don't think this current general manager is going to want to do the same risk and skip on a potential franchise quarterback when he has a question mark with his current quarterback.
Caleb will be better for ticket sales than Fields. They want to, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, and imagine like if he becomes a star, can you, and Jordan Love also becomes a star, can you imagine the rivalry for like the next 10, 20 years? Like Caleb Williams versus Jordan Love? That could be a fucking Peyton Manning, Tom Brady type shit.
Mahomes wouldn't have success.
Yeah, but you skipped on him. You skipped on him. So it's like, okay, what about 75, 50% of Mahomes in Chicago over fucking Mitchell Trubisky? 75% of Mahomes would have been better than Trubisky,
Maybe even 50. Exactly.
Everybody's going to watch Caleb play because of all the hype. The TV ratings are going to be so high. Well, although in football, really, it's all fucking. You don't know. It's not like basketball or baseball. Like everything's televised by Fox or CBS. But at least your ticket sales will be good. You might get a lot of USC fans driving up to Chicago to see Caleb play.
Trubisky's better than.
Oh, Giovanni, take a 5-minute timeout. You're having a pendejo moment tonight. You're having a pendejo moment, Giovanni, here tonight on this. Yeah.
But remember, Mahomes got coach.
Exactly. He was with Cliff Kingsbury. I don't know what the Mahomes what was the defense. He was in the he was on the Pac-12. That's why he couldn't win probably in Texas Tech, because the defense was softer than toilet paper. He would have probably won a lot more games. It's same thing. It's very familiar to Caleb. He was in the Pac-12. Defense don't do shit. From the moment he steps in the NFL, he's gonna have a better defense than he had at USC. Just like from the moment Mahomes stepped into the NFL, he automatically had a better defense than he did at Texas Tech.
Do you think Kelsey?
I mean, like from a normal relationship, it wouldn't make sense. They've only been going on for like, what, 7 months? But because of you're famous and you're playing in a Super Bowl, I can see him doing it if they win it. Like Carlos Correa did that one time. If they win, I can see him doing it in the trophy presentation for sure. Although, like, shit, 7 months and you're already gonna fucking want to marry the girl? Holy frijoles. I think most average relationships like take like 2 or 3 years before they get married. But he could do it for the moment.
Kelsey and Swift.
Yeah, Mofo, I wouldn't be surprised if they break up once the season's over.
Brady will always be better than Homo.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if they fucking break up once the season's over. Like by March, TMZ reports they Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift call it off.
I wouldn't be surprised. Goofy ass relationship.
So I mean, she got super hot this summer with her concert, and all of a sudden, as the NFL season started, she started dating the best tight end on the best team.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch TMZ announce around like maybe March. Kelsey or latest by like fucking July, August. Kelsey and Swift call it off.
Now he's in the.
Yup. Vegas, man. So, what were you like? The fucking color shit, man. Oh man, I mean, I had a feeling that wasn't gonna happen. Honestly, I think it's green and purple next week. I mean, next year for Super Bowl 59. My friend just found out about the color thing this morning. And I'm like, dude, this is like since the talk of town for like the last 5 months. Well, honestly, when they were up 24/7, I was thinking they're like, they changed it because they wanted a Eminem, Swift. That's what I thought, honestly. But instead, they decided to go with Super Bowl 54 rematch. They did, London. They did terrible. Zay Flowers, though, that could have maybe been something different. But Steve Spagnuolo, man, he's been there for a while. I mean, he's a defensive specialist. He sucks ass as a head coach. But when it comes to defense, he's really good at it, man. The thing is that, wasn't he a defensive coordinator? Well, so I think he won a Super Bowl in 2007 with the Giants. But then wasn't he a defensive coordinator with the Saints and he did terrible? But he's done fantastic. I think he's won. This would be his 4th Super Bowl as a defensive coordinator if he wins it. He won one with the Giants, and I think this would be number 3 with Kansas City. Damn, I feel sorry for the Saints fans because he did terrible for them, but he's done fantastic for the Giants and the Chiefs. What's his face? Dan Campbell's an idiot. I think eventually, dude, these franchises need to have the balls to move on from their head coaches and fucking like promote the offensive coordinator, head coach. I think fucking the Bills should have done it with Brian Dable. The Eagles should have done it with Shane Steichen. And I think if Ben Johnson leaves, I think they're in trouble, man, with Dan Campbell.
Chiefs defense sucks in the regular season. Yep.
Steve Spagnuolo's a genius, man, but he's a terrible head coach.
How does Dan Campbell come back from that and not lose?
Exactly, memorabilia. They don't have the ball. I would fucking get rid of Dan Campbell and promote Ben Johnson as the fucking
Coach, but they're not gonna do it. Imagine if Tyreek Hill goes. Nah.
He said he has a Super Bowl. He likes living in Miami. No state tax.
If I was the kicker, I would be.
Oh yeah, give me a fucking chance. Exactly, London. I bet he is frustrated. I bet he is, man. I bet he is. And same. It's just I don't get it, man. But yeah, man. I mean, they're not gonna do it, but that might be the smart thing to do. Fucking get rid of Dan Campbell, man. He is pissed. I bet the whole team is pissed. And then Ben Johnson, if he was thinking of maybe staying, he's not gonna want to stay anymore. It's like, fuck this, man. We're busting our ass and for this idiot to throw everything for wanting to be way too aggressive.
The players giving it all the field for the Lions, and here comes the
It's just terrible, man.
I would tell him why not give a chance.
But he might not even listen. He might be too stubborn. Like, I don't know if the players, I wouldn't be surprised if they did tell him, but especially on that second one when it was 27-24, with what had happened with the first one, I would not be surprised if some players told him and he still didn't listen.
Yeah.
No, okay. So I think the Chiefs, man, because if the Chiefs get up to Brock Purdy, when he's losing, he plays like shit. And Andy Reid, they're not going to make the mistakes that Dan Campbell made today.
Mofo, that line already moved. 2 points and a half. I have 49ers winning. I'm like kicked exactly. I was rooting for me too. What did you think about?
I think he's almost like a front runner. When the team's playing good, fantastic. When the team's playing like shit, he's terrible. But once the momentum started switching and they started getting back, 24-10, 24-17, he looked like Michael Vick out there. I think he ended up rushing for almost 50 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna move it. I think the Ravens Ravens Chiefs was 3.5, and I think today moved to 4.5 before the game.
He should have had 2 interceptions. Yeah.
I think he throws it so bad because same thing happened with the Packers. They dropped it too. I think he throws them so bad that the fucking defense can't intercept them.
The Super Bowl would have been trash if Lions.
No, I think it would have been David versus Goliath. It would have been a great storyline, Giovanni.
That pass where went off the Lion player face mask and 49.
Dude, that was like a what's his name? David Tyree from the fucking Giants Patriots in 42. That's a historic play, man. That fucking Brandon Ayuk catch.
I think 49ers will win all. Chiefs should lost to the Bills and also Ravens, but same can be said about 49ers.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a dynasty, though, right? That'll be 3 in 5 years. Super Bowl 54, 57, and 58. So they're going to be motivating to fucking do the dynasty shit. Edelman had one in Super Bowl 49 versus Seattle, yeah. Yep. Tyrese Davis, what the fuck his name was, for the Giants, Super Bowl 42. And then, Julian Edelman in Super Bowl 49 versus Seattle.
Brock Purdy, if they got down against the Chiefs, no. That would be over, man. If they were to be 24-7 versus the Chiefs. You aren't concerned about Chiefs.
I mean, Joe Tony, whatever the fuck his name is, maybe he might play. Like he has 2 weeks to recover, and he only got sacked once, didn't he? But it's so weird because the offensive line was a huge question mark in the regular season. The defense always seems to be, and then they just turn it on, man. The receivers, right? All of a sudden, that number 4, what's his name, Reggie Rice. All of a sudden, he's like his second best. Well, probably his third best player because it's probably Travis Kelce, then Isaiah Pacheco, and then that Reggie Rice guy. Yeah, only 1 sack in the whole playoffs, I believe. Edelman had that crazy catch against the. Yep, exactly. Oh, was it the Falcons? Okay, I thought it was the Seahawks. If Chiefs lose, do you think? There's rumors he might retire, which that would be crazy because that means possibly Belichick, Andy Reid, and Pete Carroll all in 1 year. That would be crazy. Marquis Vandes Scandine made that. Yep. And I said, of course, all of a sudden he would do that type of shit, especially in a fucking. That was in the 4th quarter, right, to ice the game. Chiefs' biggest threat is Rice, and yeah. But that fucking running back, Isaiah Pacheco, pretty good. He was sacked twice today. Okay, but that was he didn't get sacked either in the Miami or in the Bills game. All of the people, it was him. Yeah, man. All of a sudden, he catches that big ball to ice the fucking AFC Championship game. Oh my lord. Ravens defense did nice. They did, man. Like, in that first half, I think they scored. In the first quarter, they scored like 14 out of 17. I guess the Chiefs must have just really done a good job scripting the first. Is Lamar probably and and here we go again. Only 2 quarterbacks in the last 25 years have both won the Super Bowl and MVP. I believe Kirk Warner 99 and Mahomes 2023. But everybody else that wins the MVP does not win the Super Bowl. Only 2 in the 25 years. If Lamar does anything on offense, Ravens should have won. Yeah, Cancun. I went 49ers Kansas City, dude. I kind of listened to you low key because you're kind of in a you're in a heater low key, London. But my uncle Miguelito went on pendejo mode. He went with Baltimore, Detroit, which then he got fucking okey doke because he was so excited when it was 24/7. Yeah, I believe so. Only Warner and Mahomes have won both MVP and Super Bowl. Wait. London, didn't you have 49ers Chiefs? You switched it again? Yeah. Well, so he was down by 7, like on his pick'em, like 4th place, and he thought everybody's going with 49ers Baltimore. So he's like, it's not gonna do anything for me. So let me just put Baltimore, Detroit, so then I can get on 1st place. That's what I think he was. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, London, you and then I ended up going with the same picks. Chiefs and 49ers. I saw a lot of people went with and then I saw people go with Ravens 49ers because of, yeah, exactly, man. A lot of people did that, man. They fell for the collar shit, man. My uncle, my friend Dominic, he found out today. And I'm like, dude, it's been going on since like September, at least November, the fucking collar thing on this. I was so pissed at halftime. Yeah, I give advice to my uncle, but he ended up wanting to do Baltimore, Detroit. I told him should have listened to me and just gone with Chiefs, 49ers. He just laughed at me at the end. But yeah, man, oh well. don't even announce my picks anymore, really. But whatever. I did that. I was thinking Baltimore, Detroit, and then on Wednesday I switched over to San Francisco, and then I was flipping between Baltimore and then I think on Friday I switched Kansas City.
Finally. Low key, Ravens got a shot to make the Super Bowl next year because of the doubt the NFL puts the.
Unless they won that Jordan moment, right? 3 in a row. That's the only reason I would think so. Because Tom Brady never did that either. I don't think neither did Montana.
I have Bengals coming out.
Yeah. If Joe Burrow's healthy, they probably will. I think both the Ravens and the Detroit's gonna take a step back probably. The Packers might be the team that rises up next year. The Packers. Rodgers, I think year 3 was when he won the Super Bowl, right? So it's only year 2 for Jordan next year.
I think Brady went 3 years.
And he lost the Eagles one. He won 2 out of 3.
I have, yeah, Mofo, that's true with Burrow.
Well, I think he's only beaten him once, right? Last year's AFC Championship game. Other than that, I believe Burrow has won every other game. But Burrow, man, let's see if he can stay healthy. That's the thing for Joe Burrow. He right away, he gets fucking, in the fucking preseason, always gets, even he had got to get a fucking pandemic, what's it called? The emergency pandemic, I don't even know. Something in your stomach.
My wild card is the Raiders. If they get mobile QB, we had top.
Yeah. Justin Fields. The problem with mobile QBs is outside of Wilson, they don't win Super Bowls.
That's the problem with the fucking mobile QB.
Yeah, remember, was it last year? He missed some of a training camp with emergency pandemetics. I don't know what the fuck you call it. He had to get a surgery on his stomach for something. I have no idea what it was called. Something in his stomach was like bothering him. They had to take it out. Pandemics? I don't know. Pandemics? I have no idea. Appendices? With an A. Appendix, yeah. There you go. So yeah, he had last year he had the leg injury. I think 1 year he was still recovering from ACL. Then another year he had the emergency appendix.
What about the?
It could be Packers San Francisco again next year. I don't see Dallas and Philadelphia getting any better. And I think if Ben Johnson leaves Detroit, they're going to take a step back.
Maybe Brady comes out. No.
Brady's going to sign the 3-year, $50 million to go to Fox.
Russ can help the Raiders because I'll be Sarah. Imagine.
That's what I was thinking for a while there in that first half. It was going to be Taylor Swift versus Eminem. I was thinking that was going to be the fucking case there in that
for a while. San Fran, 1 year older though. They got a lot of vet players. That Bannon. Yeah.
Maybe Dallas finally gets in the... Maybe Dallas to Green Bay then, but then Green Bay's going to beat them again. Unless the Rams, they fix their defense. Maybe Rams-Packers next year then. Yeah, there's some good possibilities. Rams can maybe fix their defense and get back. The Packers could get better. Yeah, there's some options. They got to get a defense. I think the Rams were ahead of schedule this year. I think they have like one of the youngest teams, especially on defense. But they got to get better, and maybe they can be in it next year.
A lot of line players.
Yeah, and they're going to lose Ben Johnson, man. I would not be surprised if they fall just like the Bills when they lost Brian Dable and the Eagles when they lost Shane Steichen. I would not be surprised if the same thing happens to the Detroit next year if they lose Ben Johnson. Would not be surprised, man. Would not be surprised at all. Damn, I've been on for an hour. Should probably call it a night. All right, guys. I was gonna come on earlier, but I was just reading tweets and stuff about the games. But I'll be back tomorrow, 11:30 tomorrow. Tomorrow will be only 30 minutes though because it's Monday. But and then for the rest of the week I'll try to do 1 hour. I was gonna try to do maybe 2 hours today, but I lost track of time. But I'll be back tomorrow for 30 minutes and then Monday for an hour. All right, guys. Have a good night, everybody.